Hi, everybody. Welcome to this edition of NAAP News Now. My name's Alisa Tagg, the Association Director with the National Association of Activity Professionals. Super excited to be with you once again this week for our special guests today are Van Wyn and Dr. Cynthia Stanley from School for Seniors. How are you ladies doing today?
Great.
We're doing wonderful, Alyssa.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for being here. We're so excited to learn more. And those of you that were paying attention on Facebook last night, I did post some of your placemats, and I think it's super fun. NAAP provides these as a service to our members on a regular basis every month when you have them come out. And it's super fun to see, all the different ideas that come from your placemats. And I know you're going to talk a little bit more about those here in just a minute as we get into our conversation. So thank you for joining us today. And I think it's really important for everybody to understand a little bit more about what School for Seniors is about. And if you could take a moment and kind of introduce yourselves a little bit more, but then also give us an overview of what School for Seniors is about.
Thank you. So, hi everyone. To all of the activity directors, it's good to be with you again. My name is Van Nguyen, and we started School for Seniors from an adult day program here in Phoenix, Arizona. And we were around for about 10 years. And so we put together this program, School for Seniors, to help create that classroom environment for our seniors, and to kind of help them to continue, learning, but also being involved in the community. And so with these classroom-like program, we put together a curriculum based on the program, and it was based off of PES, Purpose, Engagement, and Socialization. So pretty much School for Seniors is now a nonprofit organization, and our goal is to elevate quality of life with a tool that we use, and that's the PES activity tools placemats.
And I can't believe, Vaughn, you just said it's been 10 years. Where has that time gone? I remember when I first met you and how excited it was to learn a little bit more about the PES program. I love the PES idea, and having that as your nickname, so to speak, and looking at what you do for School for Seniors. And I know it's just so much more than just what you've been able to provide starting 10 years ago. I know it's been able to evolve into an excellent program, and all educationally based. So talk a little bit more about that. What educational programs or services do you provide for older adults? What else are you able to do with that?
Well, thank you, Alyssa. I'm still here, and it's good to see that you're still here as well. Yeah, and we want our older adults to still be here, and the activity directors to still hang in there. So basically, with our educational program, we have these tool that we use called PES, Purpose, Engagement, and Socialization. It's not about the accumulation of knowledge, but really it's more of, bringing back their stories of our seniors, their life stories, who they are, and to kind of, promote that and their presence, and that they're still here, and how they can continue to participate in our community. So I'm really proud to present our Golden Bachelor placement. So I'm going to cover myself with it, but I'm a huge fan of the Golden Bachelor placemat, and here we have it. And so this is one of our topics that we're doing, and if I can ask Dr. Cindy to hold it up. But I'm such a big fan of this program. ABC's put out this program, the Golden Bachelor. It's been the talk of other town, and I invite my girlfriends to attend it. But anyhow, the whole idea is to bring up these topics that are relevant to our seniors, that helps them to kind of look back and bring back these, individual stories, and then allow them to continue building on these stories and connecting to activity directors and those around them. So it could be, that another resident that they just recently met, and then, or it could be another activity director that they're working with. It could be anyone. And so the whole idea is to kind of reconnect them back into the community that that supports them, that want to know more about them, and that ultimately, that love that fulfills that emotional component for a lot of our older adults, right? When we're going through a lot of changes or a new environment, that the program just focuses more on the physical, the emotional, and the cognitive, that really allows them to, continue and be present. And so that's really what we're here to, really do, is advocate. And I think that's the heart of the program, is to advocate and allow that community to come together for them. So
Yeah, and there's such a craze with the Golden Bachelor. I think the Bachelor was wise to do that with their franchise, because I know things were slipping, because it's been around for many, many years, and to take this risk, I guess you could say, and have somebody in their golden years be on the show for this season has been super fun. And more communities are getting together and doing watch parties within the community. And the nice thing with streaming is you don't have to do it at night if you don't want to. You don't have to watch it live. You can watch it the next day on Hulu and stream it and learn more. And you're right, the placemat that you've prepared for this particular topic, purpose, engagement, socialization. You've given us all those opportunities to talk a little bit more about Gary, right? And who's gonna get the rose this week, and what do we think about Nancy? I mean, come on, Kathy. I mean, Kathy, isn't it Kathy, the little troublemaker right now? I mean, so we could really have a conversation about that. And I think that is what purpose is all about when we're trying to engage with others. And just so everybody knows, we did add a couple of pictures of that onto the Facebook page yesterday, showcasing these new placemats that you've put together. And NAAP and you have a partnership, and we have those available on our resources tab for members only benefit, which is a great resource. And you always put together 2 or 3 placemats every month, and even in Spanish. I think it's really exciting, all the things that you are able to provide. And I know, Dr. Stanley, you've come on board now, and we didn't have a chance to really kind of learn a little bit more about you. So if you would just take a few moments and maybe just share a little bit more about you and your role with School for Seniors.
Absolutely. Thank you, Alyssa. I'm so fortunate to be able to work with Vaughn for School for Seniors. I met Vaughn when she was running the Adult Day program at Suntree, where this School for Seniors curriculum started. I'm the director of art and medicine at the University of Arizona's College of Medicine, Phoenix. And so we've done a creative arts engagement program with our medical students, where they learn different modalities of the arts. And then they go out and volunteer in the community, particularly with older adults and those with cognitive impairment, and use the arts to engage them. So the students would go to Suntree and volunteer with Vaughn's population. Of course, the pandemic affected a lot of adult day programs, and at the time, she found that she had to close down. But the School for Seniors curriculum had become so big, it then became a placemat activity. So all of that curriculum was put onto a 2-sided placemat and distributed throughout the city and Maricopa County. And so what I do is the collaborative art activity in particular on the placemat. So PES, we've heard purpose, engagement, socialization. And the way the placemat is designed is each of these activities has a purpose, engagement, or socialization little icon next to it, so you know what we're trying to strive for. And the collaborative art is usually on the back side. So for the Golden Bachelor, it is learning how to draw a rose.
Perfect.
And the idea is that you and your care partner are working together to create that collaborative art. And it could be anybody, as Vaughn said, it's whoever you're engaging with, right? But you're creating this piece of art that is now tangible, that somebody has, that 2 people or more interacted with. So virtually every placemat has this collaborative art activity on it. And then another area that we're really proud of is the nutrition content. So we work with the University of Arizona's Nutritional Sciences Department. So it's all up to date. It's very relevant. It's been tested. And there's a column on the placemat identifying nutritional topics for the month. But then we also provide a supplement. So it's a 2-page PDF that goes to the activity director that they can then use in other ways or expand upon that nutrition. So we're really proud of that part of it. We know that a lot of centers that get the placemats, they check off that nutrition box in order to get funding from governmental sources and stuff. So it's just been fantastic working with Vaughn. As I said, once her center closed, we decided to create this nonprofit. And so the goals of the nonprofit really are to get this placemat interactive tool out to as many people as we can and continue to get funding so we can reach more people.
I love that you were able to take something bad, we'll say, and make it good and turn around and make it good. And I know you use your placemats a lot with Meals on Wheels programs, which is a great service too, because it also provides engagement, for people that are living independently in their homes and maybe don't have a lot of socialization opportunities, like individuals do maybe living in communities. And I love the fact that you've been able to add so many other elements to the placemat and not just have, one subject, and you're able to bring such a variety of topics out. It's fascinating to me. Yeah. Share those a little bit.
Thanks, Melissa. Yeah, so this is our other topic for October, and this is on yard sales.
Yeah.
Right, and then the back, there's activities that allow you to put pricing on objects and yard sale tips.
There's such great conversational topics, and people will say it takes about 2 weeks to get through a placemat, which is why 2 come out a month, because you start going off on tangents and it becomes so exciting reliving those memories and sharing stories.
Yeah, this is part of my college football, Alyssa.
Yeah, that's
And
perfect.
you can, bring back some of the band and the music and the college mascots and whatnot. So yeah, so what I've been hearing from some of the activity directors is that they use the placemats on the dining room tables, or when they're passing out meals and connecting that way. And that's the whole idea, that we're elevating a mealtime experience by breaking making it a conversation starter, an icebreaker. When you meet someone, you're not quite sure who they are. This is a great icebreaker, a conversation starter, but it's also a way to really learn more about that person, and allow that person to allow our seniors to express themselves, really, and to say, hey, am I too old for the Golden Bachelor concept, or is this something that is happening now, and we talk about that so much. It happens every day, and about love and these relationships that we build, with strangers or people we know, or, and I think that's what makes the wheel turn. And that, I think, going back to this whole idea that, we can actually say the word love, in this industry, love stories, and being able to express ourselves emotionally. I think it's really important for our older adult to thrive.
Well, and you make such a good point there by sharing these successes that you've been able to see, and knowing that, some people may think, well, it's just a placemat, it's only going to last one meal. But seeing the results of, conversations to happen on for weeks at a time, so that individuals can have that. I mean, the one placemat that you shared with the price tags on the back, I mean, you could get into a lengthy discussion on pricing.
Right.
Then now, and inflation, all of those things that we can talk about, and look at that, it's always fun to see, how much did a wedding dress cost when, you were born, and thinking, or how much was your wedding dress when you got married, and the different aspects of that. I love that.
There's also a section here, Alyssa, on Barbie, Barbie
yes.
making a comeback, right?
Yes, Barbie.
Yeah, there's a, and some of us own Barbie collections that, so.
I think I have more than one too many weird Barbies, if we really want to categorize that. I like to style my Barbie's hair, when I was a little younger, but it's so fun, to have those opportunities to reminisce, because that's what it's all about, is providing that purposeful reminiscing experience where people can talk about their past, and even talk about current events like the Golden Bachelor and other things that are going on in the world. And so do you have any plans for the future to help to expand or enhance the services that you're currently providing?
Yeah, we have a few ideas. So one of the things that we're really excited about is my medical students are actually working with a placemat in a hospital setting. And we're really looking at whether the risk of delirium in a hospitalized patient can be reduced by that interaction with another person and using the placemat as an engagement tool. We also work with the Joy Bus Diner here in Phoenix, and our students deliver a nutritional meal along with a placemat to people that are recovering from cancer. And then we have a Native American placemat that we do on a quarterly basis. So branching out to different groups and different venues has been really exciting. One of the things we want to do is get into homes. So we've created a placemat pad. You can get a pad of 25 that you can do on your own time frame. They're double-sided. And they have the collaborative arts activities, they have word finds, nutritional information, and we have a Holiday Plus edition coming out as well. So you can get the holidays for every month of the 12 months, along with some supplemental ones to get you through the down days when we don't have a holiday. And we're excited to be offering those for $35 a piece. You can get a whole pad of 25. You can order the Holiday Plus one or volume one. Or if you are an activity director and want to subscribe to the placemats on a monthly basis, 2 are printed a month, and those run 80 cents a placemat plus shipping and handling. So we have worked with a printer here in Phoenix, and they print to scale and they ship directly from there. So it's very simple. We have built these according to a hospital tray size. So we're very mindful about the size of the font and the coloring. And you're getting so much value for these placemats. We have over 100 topics now that we've done placemats on, and we continue to grow. We haven't run out of ideas yet.
Well, that's good. And, I think the holidays help with that. Anytime you have a holiday event or a special event, you can certainly bring a topic around for that conversation and discussion. And so thank you for sharing how much things are, but now we need to know where we need to go to find this information. What is the best way to learn more about School for Seniors?
So the website, Alyssa, is schoolforseniors.org. You go there. We should be posting a page where you can order the placemats, the Holiday Plus pads, or to learn more about the organization. We also have a link with all of our board members that we're really proud of. I want to thank all of our board of directors for their help, and especially Dr. Cindy here, who's helped us turn this into a nonprofit and to make it more accessible to activity directors and to more communities throughout the country. And so it's like, again, it's just been an honor to, be collaborating with NAAP, to be partnering with associations alike, and to be able to reach activity directors and to make this tool available to our seniors.
And that's what I love about your placemats, and that school, the word for FOR, seniors.org. And I did put that as well in the chat box as you were chatting there and talking about that, so people have access to it. But I love the fact, because it helps with programming ideas. I believe a lot of our activity professionals get kind of stumped on what to program and what to do with their calendars, and even though they should be talking to their residents, to get their opinions and their engagement ideas, we'll go back to the Golden Bachelor because that's like the topic, right? But we could have a whole month's worth of activities surrounding the Golden Bachelor. We could talk about, how do you feel about wearing hearing aids? Because I know they've made a big thing. He wears hearing aids, and one of the women that's in the running, wears a set of
Yes.
hearing aids, and even roses. We could talk about the Rose Parade. That's always my favorite event. I lived in Southern California near Pasadena and had opportunities to go to that parade when I was a kid, talking about how those floats are built, so you can expand the topic to talk about golden anniversaries. Who's been able to, celebrate a golden anniversary? Who, thinking about that and taking it always a step further. And that's what's so great about the placemats as well, is that it allows for that opportunity to happen. It can be a nice starting point for some newer professionals that are kind of, stressing about how to plan programming, to utilize the placemat and create programs that can be centered around that placemat for the entire month, and having that experience to do that, and very reasonably priced. And like I said, NAAP members have that additional benefit that they're available on the website for NAAP members to have access to it. It's a NAAP member only exclusive benefit that comes with their membership package. And so it's really cool how it can all come together. So I just really enjoy this information. Thank you so much for your time. And I always like to end all of our Facebook Lives with having you, the guest, share any final words of wisdom. So I don't know if both of you plan to share, but I would sure love to hear from both of you. So we'll start with Yvonne, and then we can go to Dr. Stanley.
Sure, there's my word of wisdom is an equivalent to a section in the Golden Bachelor placemat called the Rose Ceremony. And it says, will you accept this rose? Is a question that comes at the end of every Bachelor episode. To whom would you offer these roses, past and present? And so I would like to offer a rose to Dr. Cindy.
Oh,
Sweet.
And I would like, my second rose goes to Alyssa. Accept this rose. And I think obviously my third one goes to our activity directors who work so hard to connect with their residents and to really love doing what they love and continue doing what they love, but also ultimately loving the individuals that we work with. So
beautifully said. Beautifully said. Dr. Stanley, any?
I certainly cannot top that, but words of wisdom, you're never too old to learn something new. And that is one of the goals of these placemats as well. And it brings me so much joy to hear the stories from people that receive the placemats and how much value they get from them, but then also hearing from activity directors that we are in contact with around the city, that people will line up 15 minutes before the meal line starts opening up just to grab their placemats, and take two sometimes, so they have one to take home and not get dirty and one to write on during their meal. So that is just very rewarding to work in this nonprofit together with Vaughn. So I hope people will consider the placemats for their clienteles. We'd love to partner with you.
Awesome. That is all about purpose, engagement, and socialization. And you can learn more about School for Seniors at schoolforseniors.org. And you can take the time to do that. And again, I did put that in the chat box so everybody can have access to it. And you can have the opportunity to bring more purposeful engagement into your communities on a regular monthly basis. All right. Thank you so much for being with us today, ladies. And we will be back here on Thursday with our next guest. We'll be highlighting Patrick Smith, who's the new CEO of the NCCDP. So come see us again here on Thursday. For now, we hope everybody will stay safe and sane. All right. Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day.